Hello everybody. So if you play competitive Counter-Strike Global Offensive, you probably know how hard it seems to rank up. You can win game after game without ranking up, but lose a single match and get deranked. Why is this? The ELO system, or the ELO system. Every player has a certain amount of ELO points. See, winning rounds, not matches, gains and subtracts from these points. In an evenly matched game, the amount gained or lost will be a 1-to-1 ratio. But say your team members and you have 100 points each, and you play against an enemy team with 150 points each. ELO expects the enemies to win most of the rounds, so they will get around half as much points from winning each round than they would within their skill level. But if you win, however, the system will reward you more points than you would receive in an even match. See, I don't know the actual figures for this, but half is just for example. See, they get less. ELO points are what decide your rank. For example, a Gold Nova 1 may have, 120 points, while Nova 2 has 160. Again, don't know the values. It's possible to be a better Silver Elite of whatever rank than someone with your same rank. You could have 100 ELO points while they have 90, but you're still the same displayed rank, let's say Silver Elite Master. Another factor in this is MVPs. Let's say your team wins a round. 20 points are distributed between you all. Each player should receive 4 points, right? Well, not really. The player who gets MVP will receive a larger share. So the other players will receive, say, like 3, while the MVP will receive 5. That's even plus the remainder. I do not know the exact values, I'll just take for example. MVP does not create ELO points, it just grants a larger share to that player. If a bot is awarded MVP, the points are just evenly distributed without the factor. Current rank, MVP, and rounds won and lost in a game are the only 3 factors of ELO. Kills, accuracy, headshots, team kills, achievements, and scoring position have no effect whatsoever. There currently is no way that I know of to check your ELO points, but I wish this wasn't the case. See, they're more important than your displayed rank. Remember, the system matches players based on ELO points, not rank. A good Silver Elite Master could still be only a few points away from a less skilled Nova 1. If you ever seen an unranked player playing in a match with MGEs or something, this is probably why. They simply kept winning those 10 placement rounds without losing many rounds, and they accumulated a high ELO score. The rank doesn't necessarily mean their skill. Now, it is actually possible to gain a positive net ELO score after losing a match. See, the points are based on rounds, not matches. So if you lost by only a few points, and you played against higher ranked players, you can gain ELO points. Let's say each round loss loses you 1 point, and each round won gains you 2 because you're playing against higher ranked players. If you lost, 10 to 16, you'd be losing 16 points but gaining 20. You won 10 rounds, gaining 2 points each, but lost 16 rounds, but only lose 1 point from each of them, because you're low ranked than your enemy. You gain more points per round. The same is true with losing points and winning a game. Losing closely to a Silver 2 team while you're Gold Nova will lose you quite the amount of points. So what happens if a player abandons a match? Will they be penalized? Lose points? No, not really. If a player won the first 4 rounds, let's say, then lost internet connection and was forced to abandon, they would be awarded the points from those rounds that they were there and played. The round that occurs after the player leaves has no effect on their ELO. Even if the enemy won every round after that and just crushed the team, it would have no effect on the abandoned player. See, the player's teammates, though, have a special case here. With less ELO points to go around in the match, it's only 9 players instead of 10. If the abandoned teammates win a round, their enemy has 5 players' points to distribute between 4 winning players. When down 1 player, your team will win more points than usual and lose less. It's like dividing 5 points by 4 when winning and 4 between 5 players when losing. See, kicking a player has the same effect as if they abandon the match. There's no effect after you kick them. You should always try to avoid surrendering a match. It never goes well for ELO points. When you surrender, the game just assumes the enemy won every round after you surrender. So if you played 5 rounds and lost every one of them, and you surrendered the match and your teammate abandoned, you would just give the enemy the ELO points for the next 11 rounds. You would just lose all those points. But if you had stayed there, you might have won like 2 rounds or something and, minimize that loss. It's worth stating. So how exactly do lobbies work the ELO system? Like, if I was a global elite and I played in a lobby with an entirely Silver 1 team, they're all my friends and we wanted to play together or something, it wouldn't just put an average of our ELO rank or anything like that. Matches put you up against a team with a close total of points, not average or anything like that. So if I had, say, 1,000 points, and the Silvers would just add their 3 or so points to mine, with a total of 1,015, the matchmaking would just look for a lobby with the same amount of points as our lobby, or they just add up solo queue players with that same amount of points until it adds up to 1,000 or so. So we could play either against, like, 1 Global Elite and 4 Silvers, and it would be the same points, like in our lobby, or it could be matched against, like, 2 Legendary Eagles and 3 Master Guardians or something. That's the same amount of points. So we're in the game, playing against our ELO matched enemy team. So how exactly would the points be awarded? If one enemy was global elite like us, and they lost, they would lose quite a metric butt-ton of ELO points. You see, the massive points would be awarded to our Silver 1 comrades, with a tiny bit of that share going to us. Our Silver buddies get way more of the share than us because they are far lower ranking than global elite enemy, and the amount of points on the enemy team total. So if by some miracle someone actually watches this video, let me know what you think. Should I make more of these? If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll try my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.